Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome to my channel. Welcome to our subscribers, whether you're a long-term subscriber or a new subscriber. Lovely to see you and lovely to have you with us. So today we're going to be starting a new series of using our nesting dies to make 4-inch high numbers. And as you can see, we're going to start by making the number 1. We're going to start at number 1, and then on Wednesday we'll do a number 2. Friday we'll do a number 3, and we'll carry on like that until we get to 0. And today we're just using one die, and we're using a rectangular die. And it doesn't matter what the width is, because you're not going to need all of the width. You just need to make sure that it's 4 inches high. So that's all you need to do to begin with. Just cut your die as it is. You don't need to do any special cutting or partial cutting or anything like that. Just cut it as it is. And then I'll bring in the one that I've cut and show you what we do with it. So I'm just going to slip that to one side for a moment. In fact, I'll put it there. Then you can see it building up. And I'm going to put the die to one side as well, because we'll need that again for another one. So I've kept the die as it is. If I hold it right up, hopefully you can see a few, not that one, that's where I made a mistake with the scoring, which is why I did it again on the other side. My blade slipped because I wasn't looking, or I wasn't paying attention. So you need to cut, I've scored mine just to show you where to cut it, and we'll cut it in a second. So you need to just cut 2 strips to begin with at 1/2 inch wide. So I'm just going to grab some scissors, and I'm going to cut along my score lines. Now you don't have to use stitched edge, but my rectangle dies happen to be stitched edge. So I'm just using what I've got, and I'd encourage you to do the same. So we're just going to cut them off to begin with, and we're going to keep that bit to one side because we can use it in a future project. Now one piece we're going to keep intact, and we're not going to do anything else to it yet. But this other piece, let me just cut off this end where I've scored it. You will need to cut 2 pieces which measure 1.5 inches long. Now don't worry about the measurements. There aren't many measurements actually, that's it. 4 inch, 2 strips, 1/2 inch wide, and one you cut at 1.5 inches, but they'll all be in the description box, so don't worry about it. Now, on one of them, make sure, because one of them we're going to be putting up there, so decide which one you want first for the bit that comes down. Now, you don't have to do it like this, but it just makes it easier. And then that's going to be this one. So from that bottom corner, the one that's nearest you, cut up on an angle like that. So you've now got 3 pieces, one like that, one like that, and one like that. So what I'm going to do now is bring in my other piece of card, and I'm going to show you how we put this all together. We're not going to make a project today. We won't make a project until the very last one. Once we've done 1 to 0, I'll do a project to wrap up the series and show how easily you can put these fabulous numbers into a special project. So just for quickness, I'm going to use my red runner tape, or red runner tape. So, but if you want to use your glue, that's absolutely fine. And today, at the time of recording, it is boiling hot, and I think the glue would probably dry before I manage to do anything with it. So I am just going to stick the one that we've left intact, we're just going to stick down and not do anything to it at all. We'll make sure we don't lose our pieces. The 1.5 inch strip that you haven't cut at an angle, you're going to just run some adhesive across the bottom or on the back. You don't have to use mirror card either. I'm just using mirror card because I happen to have lots of it. And we're going to pop that over there. Now make sure you put it over the bottom and don't put it next to it. Overlap it, don't abut it. Otherwise you'll make this more than 1 inch. And when we put them together with other projects, it won't line up. So put it across so that it's flush. So the bottom edge of this is flush with the bottom edge of your number 1, like that. And then finally, all we need to do is pop some adhesive on the back of that. Make sure we get it covered. Now I've got some paper on my desk because I don't want my work surface to get covered in adhesive. And all you need to do is stick it down like that. And hey ho, you have a number 1. Now I'll take that away, otherwise it'll look like a number 11. So there you go. There is our number 1 all done. And we did that in just over 5 minutes, minus the cutting, or minus the scoring. So that didn't take long, did it? So when you come back on Wednesday, we will be making the same size, another 4-inch tall, number 2. And this time, we will be using, or next time, we'll be using 2 sets of dies. So if you want to know which 2, come back on Wednesday and I'll show you how you can use 2 different sets of your nesting dies. Well, not all the set, but a couple of them. A couple of one and one of another to make a number 2. So pop back and see what I get up to next time. And in the meantime, have a great day. Take care, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now. Oh, before we do go, I know I almost forgot. My apologies for not saying this at the beginning. At the time of recording, one of our lovely ladies is in hospital. I don't have her permission to give her name out, but she'll know who I mean. So we wish you lots of love and big hugs and hope you're better soon. If you're still in hospital at the time of this video going out, I pray that you'll get better soon and you'll be home. And when you do come home, if you're not already, we hope and pray that you'll get better quickly. So you know who you are. Get well soon. We miss you. Lots of love and hugs. And I will see you in our next video on Wednesday. And until then, take care, especially if it's hot like it is here in the UK. And happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.